Conflict of interest violation? Commentary of Vision Press Production News Media. On March 7, 2024 at 7 p.m. the Honorable Irvona Borough Council met to conduct the business of the municipality. By now you may have watched VPPNM's video for the meeting. Commentaries are used to express comments on events. And VPPNM invites others to offer video presentations videoed exclusively by VPPNM. Contact VPPNM by email at visionpress@windstream.net to schedule a video interview to express your opinion. That does not mean that VPPNM has endorsed the opinion by the video interview. One of the issues that was in the meeting of interest is in regard to the Honorable Mayor John Kramer's respectful request for the Honorable Council to consider using Robert's Rules of Order. Robert's Rules of Order is a traditional format for conducting official meetings. Robert's Rules of Order is a 706-page book of procedure and rules governing the meeting of any official group. The Honorable Mayor Kramer is stating he believes the Council should adopt the entire 706-page book of rules and procedures for the Irvona Borough Council. There are requirements in the 706-page book. Council would need to enact by law an ordinance as bylaws of the municipality and a parliamentarian to control the rules, or a rules committee. The Honorable Mayor could be the parliamentarian to adjudicate the rules as an arbiter in a question of a rule. The request of the Honorable Mayor is a wise thought. General Henry M. Robert, the author of Robert's Rules of Order, stated in the pages before the main text, "Where there is no law, but every man does what is right in his own eyes, there is the least of real liberty." Scott Forsman, a division of HarperCollins Publishers, Robert's Rules of Order newly revised, 1990 edition, 9th edition, 1990. The Honorable Council on March 7, 2024 did not act upon the Honorable Mayor's formal request for Robert's Rules of Order. One of the agenda features of the Irvona Borough Council meeting is public comments. There were several issues brought to the Honorable Council's attention. War memorial, veteran flags displayed on poles in the community, subdivision motion adopted, street lights requests, and Mrs. Mona Ray W's ambiguous remarks that were questioned by the Progress News of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Mrs. W's remarks were expounded to be citations of law with no target for her remarks, only that she asked Council to act upon her remarks in the next Council meeting. The Honorable President of Irvona Borough Council stated in open session of Council at the beginning of public comments that all comments shall be in regard to borough business. Constitutionally, Mrs. W had every right to verbosely state her opinion in open session of the Irvona Borough Council when she was granted by the President the lawful right to speak. Although, Mrs. W's remarks according to one councillor was, "I have no idea what she was talking about," according to Mrs. W's comments, she was citing Pennsylvania Public Official and Employee Ethics Act. Who was she targeting was not revealed. Could it be in regard to the vote of February 19, 2024 when a vote was taken for the reinstatement of a dismissed employee at the public meeting of the Irvona Municipal Authority? According to the TIMA or the Irvona Municipal Authority vote on February 19, 2024 only 3 TIMA board members voted. The VPPNM video of the TIMA February 19, 2024 meeting demonstrated there was no discussion prior to the vote and 2 board members appeared not to vote. Therefore, in formal correspondence, a lawful right of a roll call vote on the matter of a dismissed employee reinstatement is respectfully requested by VPPNM for clarification. The dismissed employee by TIMA minutes was lawfully executed, and in September 2023 a handbook for TIMA was lawfully enacted and the dismissed employee was discharged on November 2023. In the back of the handbook is an acknowledgement page that all employees of TIMA are to sign as employees. There is no document on file that the dismissed employee ever signed the TEMA handbook acknowledgement page for employment. On February 19, 2024, at 7 p.m. during the alleged agenda section entitled Public Comments, a rushed motion of a reinstatement of a dismissed employee was abruptly enacted without lawful right of discussion. The motion was not listed on a 24-hour notice entitled Agenda for TEMA. According to sources, there was no agenda supplied 24 hours prior to the February 19, 2024 meeting, a requirement of the Sunshine Act for open meeting. Further, a TEMA board member did not announce that he had a personal relationship with the subject of the motion of reinstatement of a dismissed employee. In this matter of possible conflict of interest claim, the following has been discovered by a reliable legal source. In Pennsylvania, public officials and employees are subject to ethical guidelines outlined in the Pennsylvania Public Official and Employee Ethics Act 1. Let's break down the situation. The public official has a sister-in-law. The sister-in-law has a brother. The brother has a wife. Given this scenario, the public official should consider the following points. Conflict of interest. The Ethics Act prohibits public officials from engaging in conduct that constitutes a conflict of interest. 2. A conflict of interest arises when a public official's personal interests interfere with their official duties. Voting. When it comes to voting on a motion, the public official should evaluate whether their relationship with the individuals involved, sister-in-law's brother's wife, creates a conflict of interest. If there is a potential conflict, the official should recuse themselves from voting on the matter. Immediate family. The Ethics Act defines immediate family to include siblings and their spouses. 1. Since the sister-in-law's brother's wife falls within this definition, the public official's vote could be perceived as influenced by personal connections. Disclosure. If the public official decides to participate in the vote, they should disclose their relationship to the sister-in-law's brother's wife to ensure transparency. In summary, while it's not an absolute prohibition, the public official should exercise caution, consider potential conflicts, and act in accordance with ethical standards. Transparency and avoiding any appearance of impropriety are essential in such situations. Wherefore, was Mrs. W referring to the TEMA board member who had voted unlawfully due to a conflict of interest violation? Even though Mrs. Mona Ray W had the lawful right to make public comments, her remarks were without foundation or merit to the knowledge and belief of VPPNM. This matter of a possible ethics violation shall be addressed in the TEMA monthly meeting scheduled for March 18, 2024 at the Irvona Community Fire Hall, Irvona, Pennsylvania 16656. Thank you for the privilege to set forth a commentary of findings of fact. Respectfully, Vision Press Production.